What is going on, everybody? Voidlego here, back with another episode of AI, the Somnium Files. Last time we were on, we finished up Mizuki's route, and we did a different route in Oda's Somnium. And now we are talking with Mayumi, because Oda noticed the knife the polar bear had in its hands. And Mayumi is screaming that it's her, she did it, which is making me think she didn't do it. But why is she covering for somebody? For most likely, who's our dad? Who's Dante's dad? Congress guy. So Sejima. So the guy in the polar bear costume was most likely Sejima, as we learned from Mizuki's route. So why would Mayumi be protecting him? So yeah, let's just get right into it. Why did you kidnap Iris?
My son is under that witch's spell.
Yeah, I guess.
Merchandise, concerts. She's bleeding him dry.
Yeah, probably.
I wanted to snap him out of it. I wanted to save him.
Bit extreme, don't you think? Why did you take out her eye?
Because I just hated her so much.
Okay, why did it have to be the left eye?
Killing her wasn't enough.
Were you the one who stabbed Oda?
Well...
You were in the polar bear costume, right? That means you stabbed it.
Yeah, you stabbed him.
Yes! I stabbed him.
Yeah, huh?
With
Sure
the
you
knife I
did.
brought from home.
Well, it was your knife, that's true, but I don't think you're the one who stabbed him.
I wasn't trying to hurt him.
I don't know about
He
that.
fought me, and then it just...
Why did you want to stream it online?
Because the world needs to see that witch die.
Uh-huh.
Just a quick question, Mayumi. Do you know anything about online streaming?
I'm not stupid. I might be old, but...
Come on, an old lady with dementia trying to learn how to stream feels a bit far-fetched.
Could you explain it to me?
Huh?
Step by step. Just tell me what you did.
Yeah.
I can't explain it in words.
Then how did you do it?
It's more like muscle memory.
From what?
I was able to get it working after trying a few times, that's all.
Don't tell me you went on your phone and looked a YouTube guide, which, well, I'll be honest with you, that's how I learned how to set up my recording. Where did you get the camera and laptop?
I picked them out of the garbage.
In that good of a condition, yeah.
Which garbage?
I don't remember.
What, the Leonardo DiCaprio's garbage?
It's true, I planned the whole thing.
Yeah. Yeah, I have a part in it, but not the whole thing. About the Cyclops killings.
What do you know about the Cyclops killer? We call the criminal we're after the new Cyclops killer.
I know. They killed Shoko Nadami and Renju Okiura.
Yeah.
That's right. Both corpses were found with their left eye pulled out.
So this must be connected.
Same as Iris. This leads us to believe that the crimes were all committed by the same person.
So either Sojima is a Cyclops killer, and Mayumi's working with him for some reason. Why would that be?
So this person in the polar bear costume, they are the new Cyclops killer. And you're telling me that person is you? You killed Shoko and Renju?
Yeah.
Yes, I killed them.
Really? What was your motive?
Isn't Renju Okiura the president of that awful company where the witch works?
Okay, I can like kind of understand Renju, but Shoko...
He's just as responsible, using her to steal time and money from vulnerable kids.
Yeah.
And I'm sure he was debaucherous and degenerate. That man is the root of all evil.
Like rock and roll.
That's why I killed him.
What about Shoko? Why did you kill Shoko?
Renju's ex-wife, right?
Yeah,
I did it to get to him.
to get to him.
But the two divorced 4 years ago.
Yeah.
That doesn't matter. The bonds of matrimony are eternal.
In your opinion, I don't think Renju felt the same way.
Yeah, from the way we talked to Renju, he wasn't that in love with Shoko, especially after they had, not Mayumi, Mizuki.
You are really starting to aggravate me. I answered your questions, so there.
Uh-huh. Great motive, Mayumi. Why are you lying?
I am not lying.
You do know that perjury is a crime, right?
Yeah, so is assistance.
I'm telling you, I'm not lying. I killed Shoko and Renju, and I tried to cut that demon witch in half.
What does So have on you, Mayumi? When and how did you kill her?
Well,
Come on.
I don't remember.
Ah, classic, I don't remember.
What do you mean you don't remember? Do you really think that lie is gonna work?
I have a memory disorder.
Okay, yes, that is true. You do have dementia, but you didn't kill Shoko.
I don't always remember everything. It's not my fault.
But you remember the cold storage warehouse.
True.
There are times I remember and times I don't remember. It changes.
Date, Mayumi is not lying about that in particular.
Yeah.
There are circumstances that might cause selective memory. For whatever reason, her memory might not have been stored properly in her mind. This is not uncharacteristic for those suffering from dementia.
Huh.
Date, there's no point in letting this go on. She's clearly lying.
Well, yeah.
You seemed convinced earlier.
I was kidding. I don't think she's the killer.
She's the assistant, but not the killer.
I am the killer. I am.
Why are you trying to convince us you're the killer, Mayumi?
Right now, we have to rely on hard evidence. The Odoroki Man chocolate that Mayumi bought was found at the warehouse.
And so was her knife.
If Mayumi was at the scene before Ota,
She may have seen the criminal's face.
You know what I'm going to say, right? Date, sync with her.
Ah. Into the mind of Mayumi, huh? See what this old woman has in her head. Hey, actually, this is really interesting. She has dementia. So what would her Somnium look like? Very
Computer,
interesting.
we're going to sync with Mayumi Matsushita. Prepare the machine.
Well,
What happened?
the sync machine isn't operating to capacity.
What the hell you mean it's not working?
Yesterday's sync, well, suffice to say, Ota and Date were not too compatible.
Oh yeah, forgot about that.
Compatible?
I'll give you the big picture. To get the synchronization working properly, I had to push the machine pretty hard. And now, it's not responding.
Why don't you just take a winch to it and just beat the hell out of it, Peter? That's what the engineer does, and it works for all his machines.
How long will it take to fix?
16 hours, at least.
16 hours?
You've got 8.
But that's impossible.
So we can't sync yet, huh?
Well, great.
But we need to, or this investigation is going nowhere.
Well, yeah.
Date, I suggest we go to Matsushita Diner.
Yeah, I guess we could find some stuff there.
We may be able to find some clues.
Good idea.
Maybe we can finally check what's in the back. I let Boss and Peter know.
Pewter, we're counting on you for those repairs. I'll be back in 6 hours.
But you said 8. Please, you have to give me at least 8.
You only get 5, damn it.
That Pewter, always so humble. He'll have it done in 6.
Yeah, Pewter is just that kind of guy, you know?
He's just that likable guy.
Hey, this is a hostile work environment.
God, I've grown very fond of Pewter. He seems like the normal person.
Why would Mayumi lie?
Out of all of these characters, to be honest with you.
She is probably protecting someone.
Or someone has dirt on her, like so.
But who?
Surely you know by now. There is only one person Mayumi would want to protect that badly.
Oda.
It's Ota.
Yeah.
It has to be.
Oh, yeah.
Does Mayumi think Ota is the killer?
How the hell is that possible?
Last night, Ota left Matsushita Diner with Iris.
Yeah.
Mayumi saw the whole thing.
Oh, yeah.
But Ota was stabbed in the stomach by the culprit.
What, you saying he stabbed himself?
Does Mayumi not remember that?
No, that isn't quite it. It is possible that she thinks Ota is responsible for everything.
She thinks Ota stabbed himself?
Yes.
Interesting.
Why would he do that?
One hell of
Before
an
I
act.
explain, I would like to hear your thoughts. What do you think about the possibility that Ota is the new Cyclops killer?
Probably 10%.
Impossible.
Yeah, that too.
Why?
Soda. Iris had her eye taken out. The van. Yeah, the van.
The van was stolen while Iris was in the passenger seat. We
Yeah.
know that whoever did it is the culprit we're looking for.
There is a chance that Iris was not in the passenger seat. She could have been driving.
How so?
Iris could have taken the wheel herself and driven to the warehouse.
I guess.
But forensics only found Ota's fingerprints on the wheel.
Yeah, that too.
That can be explained. It is possible that Iris covered her fingertips with her sleeves.
Huh. The Iris had her eye taken out.
Iris had her left eye pulled out.
And Oda is very devout to Iris.
Ota would never do that.
Have you considered that she pulled it out herself?
What?
What?
Or even asked Ota to do it? Perhaps she ordered him to.
So are you saying Iris committed this whole act? Yesterday's Somnium Oda and the polar bear.
In yesterday's Somnium, Ota and the polar bear.
That was just a dream.
Oh yeah.
It doesn't necessarily reflect what happened in reality.
I don't understand.
In short, Ota and Iris are accomplices. This was all a performance.
All a performance.
A performance?
Iris drove the Matsushita's van. Ota drove the station wagon.
Yeah.
They went to the warehouse separately.
Huh.
Then, they prepared the live stream. Iris anesthetized her left eye and removed it.
Jeez.
Either that, or she asked Ota to extract it. After that, Iris took her position on the table, and Ota donned the polar bear costume and started the saw. Consider this. In the stream, Ota and the polar bear were never on screen at the same time.
That's true. We never
True.
did.
That means Ota went off camera, took off the costume,
and then went back and stopped the saw blade. Yeah.
Stay away from Tessa!
Okay,
Perhaps Mayumi witnessed the entire event.
but why? Why the hell would Iris and Oda do this whole performance? For what? For what reason? What? Why would they do this?
It is also possible that Mayumi knew what the two were up to.
So does that? So that means Soul was never there. So, why that? Oh, what the fuck is going on?
So she lied to protect Ota.
I guess so. Yeah.
Yes, but this is only a theory.
Pretty damn convincing one. I'll give you that, Iva. Why would they do that? Yeah, that's my question.
Consider the possibility that Iris killed Shoko and Renju.
Okay.
Then, this whole thing was to get her off the suspects list. That's why she pulled out her eye and had Ota stab himself.
Make her look like a victim, huh? Clever.
It makes it look like there's another criminal involved.
I will repeat myself in saying that this is only a theory. It is one of many possibilities.
Pretty damn convincing theory you got there, Iva.
It's possible, but I don't think it's very likely. They wouldn't go that far just to avoid suspicion.
Date, you must consider the mental state of the serial killer.
Mental state.
Shoko and Renju were both exposed and displayed.
Oh yeah, obviously the Cyclops killer wanted the bodies to be found.
And they both had their left eye removed while they were still alive.
Yeah.
Whoever our killer is, it is clear that they are sociopathic or even psychotic.
God, we have so many pieces of this puzzle. We got 89 Somnium, which showed Iris's mother getting shot. We got So, who turns out to be our dad, trying to kill us in a broken leg. And other stuff. We got so many of these puzzle pieces all around. Hell, oh yeah, by the way, I completely forgot. Boss killed So in another timeline. I almost completely forgot about that. That was the first loot we got. So like,
We can't rule anything out.
yeah. Like, there's so many pieces. Like, how are they going to tie all of this together? That's my question. How the hell? There's just so many pieces to this puzzle. Very large puzzle.
Ota,
Oh, jeez.
why are you...
Why did you arrest Mom? You said you were gonna clear her. Why?
Huh. Well, Oda cares for his mother. That's for damn sure. We both have a very strong relationship. Don't make that fucking pouty face at me, you little shit. You doing okay?
Okay? How could I be okay? I got stabbed by a serial killer.
Yourself.
Easy, kid. You're gonna open up your stitches.
Are you worried about Mayumi?
Of course I am. That's my mom. What son wouldn't be worried about his mom?
True. Are you worried about Iris?
So worried that my stomach is in knots. The surgery was successful, but they told me she isn't out of the ICU yet.
Interesting. Why are you here?
When I was in the hospital, the police came to me.
Yeah.
They told me that my mom confessed. I couldn't believe it, so I went to the police station. But because she was under investigation, they wouldn't let me see her. After that, I didn't feel like going back to the hospital. That's why I'm here.
It's not like Mayumi's under arrest.
You asked me why your mom was arrested earlier, but she isn't under arrest.
Just very hard questioning.
What?
I spoke with her as part of my investigation, yes. But as a source of valuable information, not as a suspect. Mayumi confessed, but it's highly likely that she's lying.
Trying to cover for someone.
So we haven't issued a warrant for her arrest.
But I have a theory, it's just a theory. So the polar bear guy in a polar bear costume could still be so.
That's what I've been saying. Mom didn't do it. She's innocent.
Well, yeah. Is Iris the criminal?
Word is going around. Maybe Iris was the one who killed Shoko and Renju. And you and her planned this warehouse incident to get her off our suspects list.
No way. Tessa had her eye.
She could have pulled it out herself.
Yeah.
Or asked you to do it.
You're kidding me, right? Do you really think I would do that?
Maybe.
I was fighting for my life against the criminal.
There's no proof of that.
That wasn't caught on camera, though.
Yeah.
Neither was the part where you got stabbed.
Could have just done it
You're
yourself.
saying that I stabbed myself?
Well, I mean, you are very devoted to Iris, so I wouldn't be surprised.
It wouldn't be the first time you faked something, would it, Ota?
You...
Did you stage a warehouse incident?
I'm telling you, I didn't!
Then why is Mayumi protecting you?
Yeah.
Mom is protecting me?
She is.
Your mother is stubborn. She's lying to us because she's protecting someone.
Or someone has dirt on her still.
The only person I can think of would be you.
Why?
Apparently she thinks that you're the criminal.
Why would she think that?
I don't know.
Your guess is as good as mine. Got any ideas?
Maybe because of her condition.
Her dementia?
Mom has... dementia.
Yeah.
Maybe her memory is just mixed up.
About Mayumi's dementia.
Everything is my fault.
Yeah.
It's because of me that Mom is... I know how it looks now, but back in the day, the diner was doing pretty good.
Yeah.
You know Bloom Park is close by here, right?
Yeah.
People who visited the park would stop here a lot.
Yeah, then your father died and the whole power plant exploded and...
But ever since the explosion 8 years ago...
Yeah.
The chemical plant accident?
Yeah. We're just barely outside of the restricted area, but... because Bloom Park closed, the number of customers dropped by a lot.
Yeah.
The diner didn't last much longer. When this place closed, Dad started working at a Chinese restaurant chain during the day. And he was a security guard and traffic cop at night.
Well, hard-working dad.
Mom worked as a janitor. And we're both working hard and barely got any sleep.
And you?
I was just a high school student at the time. I was... such a dumbass.
You still are.
I thought it was totally normal to have both parents working, so I didn't even get a part-time job. And they bought me a PC and idol concert tickets. I had it good, but we were drowning in debt.
Dead.
There's a loan on the house and the diner.
Really?
Mom and Dad didn't let this place go. There are too many memories here to give it up. So they slaved day and night to keep it open. They worked and worked and worked.
Is that loan because of the Matsushiba family, perhaps?
Thanks to them, I was even able to go to a good university, but right after I started, Dad...
Passed away?
Yeah, he had a heart attack. From overwork.
Jeez.
But even then, I didn't get it, you know? I didn't appreciate how hard they worked for me. Even when I wasn't taking college seriously and getting bad grades, my mom didn't say a thing. She just smiled and told me that it was okay. Even when I told her I was going to drop out. Mom, I'm thinking of dropping out of college.
What? Why do you want to do that, Ota?
I decided that I'm going to become a writer.
Wow, a writer. Oh, that's a good goal to have. But you really should finish college. You worked so hard to get in.
You don't understand, Mom. A writer has to put all of their time into their creativity. I won't have time to go to classes. Plus, I'm friends with the editor of a publishing company. I'm definitely going to have my first book published.
And here we are, having a first book.
Is that right? Well, Ota, if you say so, I won't stop you.
At least Mayumi's a supportive mother. Both of them are.
Do what makes you happy. You'll turn out just fine. I know you can do it. And no matter what happens, Mom will always be on your side, okay? Forever and ever. I'll always support you, Ota.
You're right about that other thing, right? Let me guess
Yeah.
it was...
How do you guess?
Let me guess it was Mizuki.
It was really just a few texts back and forth.
Oh.
But I was thrilled. I thought I could make it as a writer because of that. But It's impossible. I know there's no way I can be a writer. I've never even finished writing a novel. Not even once.
Yeah.
I always give up after the first 5,000 words. To even apply for the amateurs contest, you have to submit 10 times that.
Oh yeah, novels are really fucking long.
But Mom, she kept supporting me.
When did Mayumi's illness start?
Not long after I quit college, Mom was always smiling at me. But I think she was starting to slip mentally. One day.
Oh, what's wrong, Ota? Do you have the day off from school?
Are you being sarcastic?
Oh, right. You don't attend anymore. Oopsie, I totally forgot.
How can you forget your own son's career choice?
Jeez.
Sorry. Anyway, are you hungry? You haven't eaten anything since this morning, have you?
Are you kidding?
What?
I ate breakfast and lunch already.
Oh, did you? By the way, Ota, what's living at the dorms like?
Why are you making fun of me?
Oh, jeez.
I'm not teasing you, honey.
Don't fuck with me!
Damn! Jeez. It's kinda fucking extreme. Listen to the rest of the story.
Mom got sick because I'm such a piece of shit. I was only thinking about myself. I didn't take care of her. I was so stupid, I didn't realize she was sick. I thought she was messing with me. I was so cruel to her for no reason. And she got worse and worse.
About that picture.
What's that picture?
Oda turned the photo frame to me so I could see.
Looking at this photo reminds me. One time, when I was a kid, I said something really bad to Mom and Dad, and they scolded me for it. And it's not like it was an apology or anything, but Dad and I gave her a Mother's Day gift. My mom was so happy that she cried. That's what this photo is from. Why did it turn out like this? I'm such a bad son.
Yeah, you are. But at least you're admitting it.
Hey, Aiba.
What is it?
I don't like Ota one bit.
Nah, neither do I,
But I can't imagine that this guy's the criminal.
Why is that?
Hearing his story made me think that he's not such a bad guy.
he may be a bitch and an asshole sometimes, but he's not totally evil.
Your presumption is illogical.
Well, you're an AI.
Human beings are illogical.
Yeah, we're contradictions, us humans, especially emotions.
We're not like you AI. We can't be logical all the time. But we make up for it in one very important way.
What is that?
Empathy.
Intuition.
Yeah, that too.
Do you find that useful?
Yeah?
At times.
Aiba,
let's go back to the cold storage warehouse. We might be missing something.
Understood.
Either Oda didn't do it, or he's one hell of an actor.
Date, weren't you going to check the warehouse?
I was, but a thought occurred to me.
A thought. Agree, cold storage warehouse.
Aiba, who drove the van here?
There are two possibilities.
Iris or the poor girl.
Either Iris or the criminal who kidnapped Iris.
Yeah.
And Mayumi?
Considering the time that she purchased the chocolate, that would be almost impossible. The van was hijacked from the Famisto parking lot at 10:32 p.m. At that time, Mayumi was in the 812 convenience store more than 100 yards away.
Turns out Mayumi's faster than Barry Allen. So almost certainly not her station wagon.
Are you sure that Ota took this car?
As I've already explained, the security cameras at the Famisto parking lot saw the entire incident clearly.
So it was definitely Ota who drove it here.
Why are you stating the obvious?
We found the chocolate Mayumi bought on the floor of the cold storage warehouse.
Yeah.
But that doesn't prove she was actually at the scene.
True.
If she was, how did she get here?
Good question, yeah.
She wasn't in the van or the station wagon.
And I doubt she walked all the way here.
Of course, a different car.
But where would that be?
I will search for all vehicles that were in this area from Sunday night to Monday morning.
Aiba connected to the end system server and began her research. She got a result in no time.
Found one hit. A taxi.
Taxi.
Where's that taxi now?
It is parked in Lemniscate's parking lot.
Ah.
At Lemniscate. Why?
Unknown.
Interesting.
But we should speak with the driver immediately.
Alright, let's get to it. Lemniscate. I guess maybe we hit up a taxi.
Hey, got a minute?
Sup, taxi driver?
Are you talking to moi?
I did not expect that voice coming out of that face.
What?
Date, now is not the time to be distracted by this old man's diction.
Yeah.
Mind if I ask you what you're doing here?
God.
Moi? I am but a humble taxicab driver.
Okay.
There we go.
I'm with the police. I have some questions for you.
Where are you from, by the way?
I was born in Kawago, Saitama.
And why do you talk like that?
I don't know what you mean. I've spoken this way all my life. My parents speak with the same vernacular.
What type of JoJo bullshit? Type of JoJo bullshit. Fucking British Japanese guy. What are you doing here?
I have just finished conveying my client from Tameke Sano's studio. I was informed that the visit here would be brief, and thus I have decided to wait in this lobby.
Aren't you a Shakespearean guy? About Mayumi. Before I went to Lemniscate, I got a picture of Mayumi from the bus. I showed it to the driver.
Did you drive this passenger on Sunday night?
Oh, I did indeed. I remember her well. The old hag.
Old hag?
I took her on a tour of the streets of Tokyo. Our ultimate destination was the warehouse district in Ariake.
Why didn't you report this to the police?
Report it?
You don't know about the incident at the cold storage warehouse?
Yeah.
It was all over the news.
No, I'm afraid not. Newspapers and television news programs have never been much of an interest to moi.
I think this is Cyclops core. I don't know. This guy is giving me bad vibes all over. Describe what happened with Mayumi.
I recall it was around 10 in the evening. Near the Kabasaki district, an unassuming restaurant named Matsushita Diner.
To be or not to be? That was the question I asked myself before Mayumi got into my taxi.
That's where I picked up the old hag. And as soon as she stepped foot in my conveyance, she was already barking orders at me. Follow that van, hurry!
Ah, so that's how she found the warehouse.
I must admit, I found it rather exciting, just like an old chase film.
Just like in the 1920s.
I, of course, insisted that I be paid up front. We pursued the van for roughly half an hour. Suddenly, the van came to a halt at a convenience store.
Okay.
The Famisto along Koshu, right?
Precisely right. I am surprised you know that.
Why, I am also a purveyor of the streets.
In any case, I knew that the jig would be up if we were seen following the van. So I decided to drive past it. I parked at the 8 store, but 100 yards from there.
Okay.
While waiting for the object of our pursuit to make its next move, the old hag suddenly spoke up.
Okay.
I have to buy something, she declared, then made her way into the 8.
So that's where we got the chocolate.
This must be when Mayumi bought the Odoroki Man chocolate.
Yeah.
A few minutes later, the old hag finished making her purchases and walked out. And then, at that very moment, I witnessed the van jet off at great speed down Koshu.
Oh.
I hurried the old hag inside my vehicle, then resumed the chase. We followed them for roughly half an hour more.
I see. If the driver's story is correct, Mayumi did not know that Oto was left behind at the Famisto.
Yeah.
Mayumi thought Oto was in the van the whole time.
Makes sense. Listen to Melissa's story.
We then arrived at a splendid manor.
Manor.
The van entered the premises through the front gate and disappeared from view. We, of course, could not follow, so we waited outside.
Manor. Wait. So is involved in this.
I estimate another 10 minutes passed. The front gate opened once again, and the van drove out, and we pursued. But 30 minutes later, our pursuit was foiled again.
What happened?
The van drove into the restricted Kabasaki district.
Okay.
The old hag, of course, demanded that I follow. But I was not about to risk my license and livelihood. Instead, I parked on the road and waited for the van to drive back the way it came. But of course, in fact, we were not even sure the van would be coming back at all.
Just get to line.
But of course, we knew it might not take the same road back. But the old hag was not keen on giving up, so we began our stakeout.
Interesting. Okay, so he said the van went to a manor, which I'm gonna guess is So's place. So that could mean the criminal that first got the van was replaced with someone else, perhaps? Maybe So in the polar bear costume for some personal reason? Or maybe it was Iris. Who knows?
About 45 minutes later, the date had changed at this point. It was 12:25 a.m. on Monday.
Okay.
How do you remember the time so well?
Well, you see, I always keep my radio dial on the same station. I remember precisely which programs were playing during this endeavor.
I listened to good old-fashioned Shakespearean plays such as Hamilton and Romeo and Juliet.
Thus, I can approximate the time.
I see. Please continue.
At 12:25 a.m., the old hag's tenacious gamble paid dividends. The van returned down the same street. And thus, we again made pursuit. I kept considerable distance. We had come so far, I did not want to get caught now. But my caution backfired. I lost sight of the van in the Ariake warehouses.
Okay, so that's the house.
Without so much as a thank you, the old hag popped open the door and took off toward the warehouses.
Oh, maybe back at the manor, which is probably So's place. That's where they got the laptop and the camera, most likely.
I waited for some time, but the old hag did not return.
Oh, it's all piecing together,
The
baby.
goose was cooked at this point, so I made the decision to return home. I am glad I had the foresight to ask for payment in advance.
I have one more question.
I follow your story. I have one more question.
What was the manor?
Where is this manor the van stopped at?
Yeah.
Oh, every taxi driver in the city knows that
It's so.
It is the personal
Yeah!
Congressman So Sajima.
Fucking knew it. Yeah, okay, so is involved. Yeah, baby.
Sajima.
Yeah.
Why did the van go to So's house?
So is involved. Gotcha, gotcha,
We need
gotcha,
to speak with him
gotcha.
immediately.
Agreed. Let's move.
Ah. Knew that son of a bitch was involved. 2:21 p.m.
There's no one here.
Indeed.
Too quiet.
I don't see So or his bodyguards.
I do not detect them either.
Let's go inside.
Swear to God, if we find them dead. We just see the boss covered in blood over So's dead body.
Hey, Iba. Do you smell something funny?
Oh, I fucking know it.
You are aware that I do not possess the sense of smell, correct?
Well, you can simulate it, Iba.
Oh, right.
Isn't it a vase?
There's something strange about this vase.
It's in a vase.
Ugh.
What is it?
This is definitely where the smell is coming from.
Okay.
Is there something inside?
Okay, so in the 89 Somnium loot, we heard that So was cut up and put inside a vase. And we saw a video of Boss killing So. So Boss killed So and cut his body up and put him in a vase.
Maybe, but the opening is covered by a metal plate.
But why would Boss do that? Well, probably because So had blackmail over HQ because of 89 being a detective and shooting an unarmed suspect and not getting punished for it.
The lid is fixed with a bolt. It will not open easily.
Yeah.
Then, as is standard procedure...
Gun? Oh, actually. It's So. Yep, there he is.
Date, destroy the base!
Got it.
Yeesh, that is a hell of a way to go. Son of a bitch. Ooh, jeez. Ooh, yeesh.
So Tsujima?
He has a hole in his head, which means he got shot in the head, which means Boss did it. Son of a bitch. Look at this.
That is the head of So Tsujima.
Yeah.
The left eye is hollowed out.
Yep.
This is most likely a crime committed by the new Cyclops killer.
It looks like these murders are being, committed by different suspects. You know, Boss definitely did this one. We know that for sure. Iris may have done her own type of murder, I guess. I don't know. Shoko was maybe killed by Wenju. Wenju was killed by Iris, perhaps? Because last we heard was Iris was with Wenju, so.
Do you have an estimated time of death?
Today, sometime between 11 a.m. and noon.
The Cyclops killer is not a single entity. It is an ideology, Batman. It is an ideology, Batman.
That's about when I was talking to Ota at Matsushita Diner.
Well, of course it's not Ota.
At that time, Mayumi was in police custody and Iris was in the ICU of Central Hospital.
Yeah.
They have not moved.
That means Ota, Mayumi, and Iris couldn't possibly have committed the crime.
Yeah.
Assuming that this is the work of a single killer, those three can be eliminated from the list of suspects.
But why?
Ota, Mayumi, and Iris are not the new Cyclops killer.
I wonder, why is this new group of killers taking, inspiration from 89's, previous Cyclops killings?
Right.
Where he worked with Rohan.
By the way, why is there no one in the mansion?
Oh yeah, that
No
is
bodyguards,
true.
no housekeepers.
I do not know.
They're all dead too, and they're in the drawers.
Does So have family?
So Tsujima's wife died in labor 30 years ago, giving birth to their son.
Us.
Their son is currently living abroad.
Wait, huh? Oh, bastard son. Or fake son.
So lived here alone?
Do you find that suspicious?
No,
I just didn't expect to see my father in pieces, quite literally, but Date, are you kidding me? What? Well, that was funny. Oh, speaking of the murderer.
Date, a call from Pewter.
Oh, never mind.
connect me.
Date, the sync machine is up and running.
Oh, that's good.
You can sync with Mayumi now.
Oh, thanks, Pewter. But there are more pressing matters now.
So is dead.
Did something happen?
So is in pieces.
Yeah, I found So Tsujima's body, with the left eye hollowed out.
What?
Yeah?
I'm at the Tsujima household. Send the investigation team over.
Why so?
I can answer your questions when I get back to Abyss.
Got it.
No.
Date, what is your plan?
Ah.
Wait until crime scene investigation arrives?
No, there's something I need to do. If that taxi driver was telling the truth, Mayumi was at the warehouse yesterday.
She knows something.
And we know the chocolate we found at the scene was hers.
So what did she see when she got in their warehouse?
Maybe she saw something. Maybe she knows something we don't. Some kind of clue or information about the culprit.
Now let's hope that dementia hasn't gone to that memory yet.
Yeah, we're gonna sync with Mayumi.
Yeah. I think I'm gonna end it here since probably as soon as we get to Abyss, we're going to start syncing with Mayumi. So yeah, we did a lot this episode. We found So in pieces. Yeah. If you like this type of content, hit that subscribe button. If you liked it, hit the like button. Want to tell me something? Put it in the comments down below. Want to check out my Twitter and the Discord server I hang out in? Check the description below. And yeah, this has been Voidlego. I'll see you guys next time. See ya.